Hi guys, it's GM the Life Coach. So I'm doing an old school video, an old school type of video. So those of you who used to follow my audio channel on Spotify, if you haven't, you need to go and watch it or listen to it even, would understand that I used to do special edition sessions or session edition segments where I used to read out an article from BBC News. So that's what I'm going to do today. I haven't been around for a while. I know you guys are cussing me. But no, lots of things have happened. And basically I've got old videos that I need to upload that I've made, and old audios, ones that I've done with Sakai that I need to put up. So really sorry. I'm keeping my promise to my aunties, Auntie Val, love ya. I'm doing this for those people who've been waiting for stuff. So yeah, I'm back. So I'll be doing some more of these special edition videos soon. This is like a 20-minute or so video. And we're going to look at exam stress. Okay, so some of you are parents. You might have young kids who are going through exams right now, or teenagers that are going through exams, and they're stressing out about. These are the do's and the don'ts, okay, of how to manage your kids through this exam period. Okay, May, June, and some people have theirs in July. All right, let's go for it. I'm gonna try and read from my iPad. So if I go, looking that way a little bit, then yeah, okay. All right, so this is young people and stress. Okay, this article is by two doctors called Dr. Anna Colton and Dr. McVeigh. All right, so according to psychologist Dr. Anna Colton, all young people are different, both in the way that they revise and show their stress. Stress can manifest in many ways. For example, tearfulness, insomnia, a lack of appetite, eating all the time. Alternatively, young people may show their stress by socializing too much or withdraw from social activities altogether. To add to this, blind panic, which some young people experience when they are under stress, can result in inactivity. This can often be misinterpreted by parents as laziness. So, you get some kids who just procrastinate and don't bother doing anything. No, what's the point? And then that's it. Right? But we're not doing that. All right? This is how we can help. So how parents can help. Dr. Colton's tips for parents and guardians during the exam season. Here we go. Number 1, reward effort rather than results. What matters is that your young person is achieving their personal potential. Okay, don't forget that they're trying their best. They are trying their best. They are. So reward them for all the little things. If they write the date, write the title. If they are doing 2 pages and they really have to do a couple more, just say well done for that. Well done, Bobby. Okay. Don't pressure them. If you have high expectations of your child, they will know that and probably have high expectations for themselves. You don't need to tell them that. Putting it on extra pressure is almost likely to increase stress, which will in turn detract them from their work, because they'll think about the stress, what their parents are going to say, what their family going to say, and all sorts. Yeah, so just try to be less pressuring. Number 3, give them regular balanced meals. Very important for everybody. Skipping meals or snacking constantly is common but not helpful. A proper meal forces them to take a break, even if only for half an hour. Okay? All right, so make sure they're getting regular breaks when they're studying. It'll be really good. Number 4, help them to create a timetable. This is where you both can work together. An ideal timetable has the day divided into 3 segments: morning, afternoon, and evening. No more than 2 of these 3 segments should be taken by work each day, so you can split them up. Yes, maybe do some work in the morning and some work in the afternoon, or maybe morning and afternoon and have the evening off. Yeah, you can split it all up. Number 5, just be there for your child. Just being there should your child need you is enough. They'll come to you if they need you. Okay, so some different depends on the relationship you have with your child. Some kids are more likely to come to their parents, some kids won't. So don't pressure yourself if your kid doesn't come to you. Recognize if they're struggling, if they're really struggling. If your child is really struggling, they may need additional help. This could mean a trip to the GP or finding something else to assist them with topics which they are struggling in. Okay, now oftentimes you've got kids who are on the autistic spectrum. They're going to find it difficult to convey how they're feeling, and sometimes it may be a total lack of being able to vocalize how they're feeling, which makes them even more irritated and more stressed, and they might just slam things down or break something or whatever around them. Seek advice from the doctor, your GP, and see if there's anything that you can do to help. All right. Or parents, or parents and friends, if they've got any kids who are doing the same thing, maybe you could kind of come together and come up with some skills, some guidance. Dr. Colton's advice on finding a balance. Okay, finding a balance between work, sleep, social life, and exercise is very important. Helping your child to keep a balance in their life will help them to keep a perspective on exams and will lessen how overwhelmed they feel. Yeah, which is very important. At least one day off per week is essential. Revision and exams can become all-encompassing, and reminding your child that there's more to life that is more important to life. There's more other things important. They will work much better after a day off. Okay, so give them a day off, give them a break. It's not work. They probably still want to work because some kids want to do well. They probably still want to work, but let them know that having a day off is fine. It's all good. It's all right. You can come back tomorrow, Bobby. It'll be fine. New Bobby is one. Encourage your child to have meals or downtime. These will provide the opportunity for them to chat to you or family members about whatever they want, not necessarily exams or revision. So it's always good to change up the theme of what's going on. So if it's exams that's on their mind all the time, change their mind, think about football, or I don't know, doing something fun, maybe going to creams, or something different to kind of take the mind off it. Okay, so there's so on this website we've got a toolkit. It's called a Parents Toolkit. All right, and you can find this on a BBC Bite Size. Okay, so this Parent Toolkit is good. It's got fun activities, real life stories. It's got well-being support and loads of helpful advice. We're here, and it says we're here for you and your child. So if you need any of that, go to BBC Bite Size. Check out the Parents Toolkit. All right, let's go to what not to say to your kids when you're going for exams. So it says it's exam season and your kids are stressed. You're stressed. And no matter what you say to try and help, it always seems to end in a row. You're only trying to be supportive, but perhaps without knowing it, certain phrases and questions can actually be less helpful than you think. We spoke to a former head of psychology at Glasgow Caledonian University, Cynthia McVeigh, to walk us through some of these examples and provide alternatives if you're feeling at a loss. Okay? So if you're one of these parents that always put their foot in their mouth, this is for you, okay? This is what not to do or not to say. Don't say, don't worry, you'll be fine. On the face of it, this could seem like a quite reassuring thing to say. In the grand scheme of things, they probably will be fine after all. But the thing is though, Ms. Dr. McVeigh says, it's just doesn't mean anything. What does that mean? Will they be fine because they'll pass everything, or does it mean that they'll be fine whatever happens? 99.9% of children are going to worry anyway. It's quite a nerve-wracking time for them. Okay, so just remember that. Her advice is to acknowledge that it's stressful, but they can only do their best, and that's enough. So remember, the bar is set much lower these days. Exams are much harder than they was when I was at school. How many times have you said that? I know I've said it a few times. That pretty much sums up Dr. McVeigh's response. Ugh. The long version is that it's just not the case. And even if they've heard it from other people, they shouldn't hear it from you. Don't say it. The best thing to say, according to her, is your exams are challenging you in the same way as exams have always challenged people. Okay? Supportive, lovely, smooth tone, no shouting, no raising voices. Yeah. Shouldn't you be revising? It's normal to be concerned about your child's success and to be curious as to how they're doing, but this probably isn't the best way to do it. Dr. McVeigh's advice is to offer help at the start of the process, but not to force it upon them. Ask them instead, do you have a plan? And then ask if you can help with it. She also suggested offering to create a quiet space in the house, or if there isn't room for one, suggesting you take them to the library. If they refuse your help, don't insist. Leave them be. Don't push it on them. Look, you need to go to the library. Sit down there, boy or child or girl. Don't. No. Sorry. The key, according to Dr. McVeigh, is treating them as adults. Say, you're grown up now and you can take responsibility. And we can help you in any way you want us to. Just say, let us know. See how caring that sounds? Next one, don't say this. It'll be all over soon. This one's a bit tricky. If you have a child who's very anxious, it's not a bad thing to say. It's a short period. We've got a holiday coming up. But some children might panic and then think they're short of time. So a bit of a minefield then. Dr. McVeigh's advice is to use your own judgment as to what your child's nature is and what they'll need as a result of it. You know what I'm saying? You know your child. Know what you can get away with, know what you can't say, you know. Last two that we're going to do, because time's ticking, you know. Are you sure that's the best way to revise? Are you sure you want to start a massive argument? Dr. McVeigh says that your kid needs to be the one in charge. It's often better if it's directed from the child themselves, or the children themselves. We might revise differently to them. A good example is with music. You might think that they can possibly can't be getting anything done with the speakers are blasting at full volume. But as Dr. Alex explains too, for some kids, it can really help their learning. You know, we would say, don't turn down the music. Why can you even learn that? That's too loud. Bobby, turn it down. Sharika, turn it down. Finally, she said, leave them to it and trust that the school has prepared them and showed them how to revise. Fingers crossed. There's lots of advice for students on studying, revising and sitting exams on BBC Bite Size. Don't forget. Next one. This is very bad. This is very, very bad. Even if you're not doing exams, don't do this, okay? Leslie's child has been doing this and got these grades when they did their exams. How often should you say this according to Dr. McVeigh? Never. Wanting to say it is of course understandable, as it's frustrating for parents when their child is not performing to the best of their ability. You always have a thing in your head, my child can do better than that. But comparing them with other kids will only make them feel unsupported and judged. To be honest, it's probably something that's crossed their minds already. Chances are high that they will know about the performance of other children around them. So just don't do it, basically. Don't do it. That's a very bad thing. Don't compare them to your brother got this, your sister got that, your friend Nelson got this, your brother Johnny got that. No, don't do that, okay? I expect you to get, this is a bad one, I want to get all A's. Just don't do that. Pressure. She says, no. Clearly, Dr. McVeigh thinks laying expectation at your child's feet isn't necessarily the best approach. How well your teenager performs is up to them, and you can't force them to see it from their point of view. Besides, she says sometimes disappointment can be a good thing. They've learned something as a result of failure. I don't really like that word, but it will be a learning experience if you don't do as well as you'd like. Her advice, well, she says, if they're not necessarily exam-minded people, then they need to find careers where their character and brightness and alertness and other great qualities can shine through. To each their own. Okay? So yeah, we'll do one more. You'll regret it if you don't put the effort in. You will regret it if you don't put the effort in. Let me do it to the camera. You regret it if you don't put the effort in. You will not go anywhere. It's true, but I don't think you should say it. Dr. McVeigh's advice is that you can put an old head on. You can't put an old head. Let me say it again. You can't put an old head on young shoulders. In other words, you can't expect the truth of this to be useful to someone who hasn't been through it yet. Instead, all you can do is say, I know you want to do your best and do the best you can. And that's more productive. Okay? Just do the best you can. All right? So remember, if your child is going through all this craziness and finding it really difficult to get through the exam period, it's a difficult time. I know when I was in my exams, I had one exam where my belly was rumbling. That's where the whole hall could hear my belly. I hadn't had any breakfast. I was tired. I just about got in the exam in time as well. It was just a crazy, crazy thing. So just know that your child is stressing out to the max. So try and chill them out. Maybe get them something, their favorite food or favorite snack, even although we're not promoting bad food, but think of brain food. So apparently back in the day, I don't, you guys tell me if it's true, okay? But they say pasta is really good for the brain food for when you want to, when you're examining, and also salmon good for the memory, or fish in general is good for the memory. Omega-3, omega-4, and all those type of things, yeah, good for the memory. Tell me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a science teacher, so I'm saying you science teachers, you nerds, I know you got something to say. But anyway, listen, that was my video today. I just wanted to do a new fresh video. Big up to my Aunt Val, who urged me to get going. She said, no, do them, we're really, really good. So I want to thank everybody for supporting this journey. It is a journey, it is a thing. Sometimes you go up, sometimes you go down, and lots of things have happened in the last 6 months, let alone the last year. But I just want to say thank you so much for all of you. Please share, like, and subscribe. Yeah, got you. I've got you. We're gonna do loads more. I've got a couple other videos and stuff that I need to upload, as I said before. So please just support, share, like, and subscribe. I know it's a bit of a downgrade for what I normally have like a snazzy logo and stuff. I'm gonna try and put it on. If I can't, then it's gonna be it, okay, for now at least. All right, anyway, listen, thank you so much. Remember, watch the other videos. If you haven't already, go back and listen to the Spotify, go and listen to some of those audio interviews and stuff. It's really good. Some mental health stuff on there, how to maintain your mental health, all good things on the Spotify. So GM the Life Coach podcast on Spotify. This is GM the Life Coach podcast, only me, special edition, special edition. And I just want to say thank you so much. Anyway, take care. Peace.